welcome to the channel. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Today we're looking at a stock that actually closed at $16 yesterday last night, but in the pre-market the stock surged up to $30, and we're going to determine what happened to the stock, why it surged so much during last night, and whether this is something that you should be watching at this point, or should you be avoiding or holding on to your money and invest in a better opportunity. So before I get into the technical analysis, please do subscribe to the channel. The objective of the channel is to get you guys information on stocks that are hot and, could be hot, could be portfolio stock, and we can make quick bucks or we can make a long-term money. The objective here is to get information, as much information on different stocks that we can that may be not readily available to us. So let's get started with the stock. The stock is Bed Bath & Beyond, and let's find out what the company is, what's the company's net worth, like how much is the market cap for the company. The market cap of the company is $1.9 billion. On an average, they do about 6 million shares. But as you notice, right now, they're surging about 91 million shares right now, okay? Right, so there's a big surge, all right? So we're going to determine why there's a surge. Why is everybody getting into the stock and getting away from the stock and determine that, right? So let's look at the institutional holdings. Before I get into the institutional holdings, I want to point out that the company has not been profitable from the last earnings that they demonstrated. The earnings per share is negative 3.70. It's not being profitable right now, okay? So that to be noted, okay? The company right now, the EPS is in negatives right now, okay? So it means that they're not being positive right now. They're not profitable at this very point. Now, the institutional banks hold 99% of the stock, which gives you some indication, that one of the reasons that could affect your pricing, because they own literally the 99% of the stock. The institutional banks are BlackRock, Morgan Stanley, Chase Bank, dogs, right? They own 99% of the stock, okay? Now, given that, that doesn't mean that the retail investor only owns 0.2%. That's not true. Sometimes what happens is people short the stock. So you always have, that little bit of a problem where, there's a regulation that you cannot short stocks. Like, for example, GameStop, the stock was shorted so heavily that retail investor owned like 30%. Institutional banks hold like 90%. So it's definitely beyond 100%. So sometimes it does happen when the stock is shorted heavily, okay? So they own 99%. The stock is $1.9 billion. And what happened last night, right? So basically, the chairman, Ryan Cohen from GameStop, has actually purchased like a big stake in that company, okay? And when you have a big guy like this purchase a heavy purchase and heavy on a company, that usually gets people going, and they think the market's gonna, the stock is gonna do well, and the stock, the company's gonna do well, et cetera, et cetera. So he bought it in. A lot of people will buy in because they would think that stock, Ryan would know something that a general public would not know, right? So that's why the stock surged last night. However, the stock surged almost to $30, but the support and resistance I have for this stock is at $11, almost $12. Sorry, let me just bring this up. I think the support I have is about $12, and the resistance I have is $17. Right now, the stock has been fluctuating from last few days. Since December, stock has been fluctuating. It hit the support. It goes back to the resistance, hit the support again. Now, this happened from last 3 months, okay, from December to until this point. And suddenly, Ryan comes in and he buys 10% of the company's shares. And now you got this, $30 surge, and now and it started coming really down. Okay, here's what happened. When the stock's price surged, if people in institutional banks, right, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to start selling. They're going to, get their profit out, right? Like, so if I was to look at the new positions, there were 4 million new positions, and sold out position is 7 million. So you already know, right? So they sell out, they buy it low again. So basically, when the price surged, people would take out their profit, and the price would start dipping, right? So people who bought it right here, let's say a retail investor just got this because he read this news and he just, bought it in at $30. He just lost literally $10 on this right now. So for me, this is an outlier, okay? As you see, it is way above your support or resistance, and I'm on a daily chart right now, okay? Even though the RSI is indicating that there's a buying pressure here and you see MACDs going up, but this right here is not a full indicator for anybody to just jump in right away, okay? And this can hold true so let's see what the analysts are saying about this, okay? Let's have a look at the analyst. analysts, I think, agreeing with the same price that I have on the support and resistance. Let's let it come up, and we're going to determine that, because this is an outlier that happened last night and should not be an indication for anybody to just start jumping in and putting in money in that stock. So let's see what the analysts are thinking, what they rated this stock. So essentially, the analysts are saying the same thing. They're thinking that, okay, the price at the low end, it should be $9.50, and the high end, it should be $19. Now that what the analysis was going off of the analysis they had seen from the past few years, past few months, etc., etc. Now there's a news catalyst that comes out with Orion buying these stocks, and which is why the stock surged, and there's an outlier here. So I think at this point it's too early to say that this is gonna keep pushing, like people are gonna start putting in, because it's too early to say that whether there's a new support and resistance being established right here. So I would suggest, in my opinion, it should be on hold at this very point. As of today, we're going to see a couple of days and see how this goes. Essentially, it's going to come down to the same support and resistance, I think, between $18 and $12. And it's already coming down, like from last night, pre-market. Aftermarket from last night, pre-market is 20. It came up to 30. Now it's $20. I mean, another few, $2 more and $3 more is going to come back to the same support and resistance. So for now, I would agree that at this point, I would say if you're looking to buy the stock, I would just hold off, see what the stock is doing right now. I think it's too early to jump in. You might end up losing some money, which I don't think will be optimal for anybody, right? So I would suggest that just keep watching this stock. There is a support of $12.36. If it hit that, if it goes below $12.36, the next stop is $3. Okay, so just know that, right? If it does go below $12, a free fall from there. So if it stays and it start shifting up, and you see a couple of days, good days at $22, I would say at least a week on that range, like from $20 to $25 for a week, you can determine maybe there's a potential there. But for now, this is an outlier for me because of the news catalyst that came out, because Ryan bought that 10% of the company. I would wait and see. And right now, my entry point would be something between, maybe $12 and $18. And again, I'm not saying that you should jump right in like when it gets to 18. I would say watch it till it goes to that support again. And if it bounces back, great. If it doesn't bounce back, then just let it go and let it hold and let it go all the way down. And maybe you could get lucky and maybe get it at $3. And then you probably potentially can make $3 to $12. That's $6. That's $9 right there. So, But yeah, so right now it's on hold for me. It's an outlier right there, so I don't fall for that. Hype. Companies do buy in. They take their profit and they just let it go, and that's what exactly happened here. People took out their profit. Mostly institutional bank took out their profit, and they're probably gonna buy it again when it comes down again, right? So, yep. Stay tuned for this. I would hold on for this for now, but keep it on the watch. Okay, this is a good stock to watch right now because you have a big guy invested in it. So definitely not the stock to throw away, but definitely keep it in your watch list for now. Thank you.